Yen specializes in the Southeast Asian and Indian semiconductor and electronic supply chain. Fluent in Korean and Vietnamese, he has produced in-depth reports on Samsung, LG, and global manufacturing footprints while advising clients on production risks and investment feasibility. Today, Yen will be presenting Server EMS Supply Chain Dynamics Comparative Analysis Before and After Tariffs. Let's welcome Yen Chou.
Greetings. It is my honor to share my presentation today. My presentation's topic is the analyst of the server EMS supply chain, the perspective of comparison before and after Trump's tariffs. This is my self-briefing. As you can see, my research focused on the server EMS supply chains and also Samsung electronic factories location, especially location in Vietnam, and also as you can see the geopolitics influence on the industrial layout. The first part of this presentation, I want to share that the server manufacturing process, the EMS manufacturing facility and its process. As you can see, the typical servers assembly process and is from the level 2 to level 12. This presentation will more focus on level 6 and also level 10 to level 12 process. Why we chose these two processes? Because that these two processes have a lot of key components and key values in these two processes. So as you can see, the level 4, the key component is the motherboards, and also you can see that the level 10 to level 12, from the server system level to the multi-rack levels, you must to deeply collaborate with CSP companies. So these two parts is the most value-added process in the servers manufacturing. And the second part, I want to share that the facility overview of Taiwan's major server EMS. The first one is the largest EMS server EMS company, Foxconn. As you can see, these tables it shows that all of the server production bases located in Europe and Americas, and also Americas. The text in the red that show that after Trump's administration has inaugurations, the Foxconn has announced that will expansions their Americans manufacturing plants. As you can see, the first one is that locations in Houston, Texas. Is Foxconn assemblies. As you can see that 2025 after Trump administrations has inaugurations, these companies has announced to explantation. And also you can see that the Ingrid System Technology USA Incorporations, which is location in California and also in Texas. They also announced that in January 2025 and also March 2025 to make acquisitions in California and also in Texas. And this place has also announced in April that collaboration of NVIDIA's. And then is the Quanta servers production basis. We also observe that Quanta's manufacturing plants location in the USA has also expanding their manufacturing bases even early than 2024. As you can see, the first one is the Quanta Computer US Incorporation, location in Fremont, California. And the second one is Quanta Manufacturing Nevada, which location in Tennessee. And the third is Wistron. As you can see, Wistron also announced that they will expand or even they will build new plants locations in the USA. For example, like the Wistron Infocom USA, this company has new established in 2025. And also WISLab EMS cooperation, they have also announced that enlarge their plans in July 2025. And the fourth is the within Wistron has also announced to act tariff policies. They have also announced that to build a new planes locations in Texas, El Paso. The fifth company is the Inventec. As you can see, after Trump administration has announced tariffs, Inventec also has make a decision to lease the planes in April, which is locations in Houston, Texas. Their company's entities is that Inventec USA Corporation and also Inventec Configuration North America Corporations. The sixth one is that mid-tech server production bases. They also announced that they will expansion 2 planes locations in Newark, California. Their manufacturing entities names is that the Mid-Tech Information System Corporation and also Mid-Tech Computing Technology USA Corporation. And this slide shows you that the table that the EMS facility performance L6 assembly for H200s. As you can see that right now, most of Taiwan's server EMS companies, they have made the L6 assemblies for H200 NVIDIA's GPUs. Now, the major proportion of manufacturing car parts is locations in Taiwan. For example, like the Foxconn Ingresys Technology Incorporation, they have 3 planes. They have 3 planes location in Hsinchu and Taoyuan. The large scales is of L6 assembly is location in Taiwan. But in the future, we will forecast, since the EMS plan has making lots of investments in USA, the L6 assembly scales will rising in the United States. And recently, we have also observed that the situation. For example, as I mentioned before, that Ingresys Technology, U.S. companies, they have import lot of L5 related components to their USA planes and try to make L6 assembly since June 2025. So we think that this situation, this trend will be continue for not only for the Foxconn, but also for example like Quanta and Wistron related companies locations in America. And the third part, I want to show you that the before and after tariffs, the Taiwanese EMS plan supply chains have what is the change about before and after tariffs. The first one is the Foxconn assembly, which locations in Houston, Texas. The first companies is that the Foxconn assemblies, their supply chains, as you can see. Foxconn assemblies supply chains is very reliant on the Asia supply chains, which is locations in Taiwan and also in China and also in Malaysia. Okay, this graphic is show you that after reciprocal tariffs, we will show you that in the red text. As you can see that even though the reciprocal tariffs has announced it, most of components of servers still relied on China and also Taiwan's manufacturing companies. For example, like the Foxconn affiliate companies location in Shenzhen and also in Kunshan and Guangxi Nanning, and also the other non-affiliate companies, like for example, like Delta, which is the companies that location in Hong Kong, and also, for example, like the Suzhou PCB companies. So as our observations that only seldom company they have no export to U.S. record after the reciprocal tariffs. For example, like the Volex companies, which is offer some cable and connectors to the Foxconn assemblies. In this place is locations in Shenzhen. After the reciprocal tariffs, their exports will be no data. And the second company is that is Foxconn's industrial internet U.S. companies, which is location in Wisconsin. Okay, this is the Foxconn Wisconsin. Foxconn plants a location in Wisconsin. As you can see, that this plant is also very rely on the suppliers from the China and also from the Hong Kong and the Vietnam and the Taiwan. And this is after reciprocal tariffs. We will also use the red text to show you that they still have export data after reciprocal tariffs. So as you can see, for the Foxconn Wisconsin plants, they are still rely on the, for example, Foxconn affiliating companies, location in Tianjin and Singapore and also Shenzhen. But we also observe that since that the reciprocal tariffs has announced it, Foxconn is more relied on Malaysia affiliate. For example, the ACMEX. This company is a location in Malaysia and all supply lots of PCB and mechanical parts to Foxconn Industrial Internet US companies. And the third is the Wistron Technology Service America Corporation, which is locations in California and Texas. As you can see that these companies has also relied lots of suppliers locations in Taiwan and China and also Vietnam. After the reciprocal tariffs, we will also show you in red text. As you can see, Wistron, we has also observed that Guangdong's affiliated and also lots of suppliers location in Hong Kong and Guangzhou and Taiwan still export lots of server components to Wistron's plants in the USA, especially for the PCB and the connector and the passive cooling and so on components. The fourth part is that Quanta USA plants which are located in the Tennessee. As you can see that Quanta is also rely on the component that manufacturing by Taiwan's affiliate and also Shanghai's affiliate and also Thailand. So as you can see that the Quanta's Tennessee plants still very relied on the Asia supply chains. Even though that after reciprocal tariffs, as you can see that they still relied on the, for example, like the Thailand and also Shanghai's affiliating companies, and also some the other supplier, for example, like the AVC to support their fence components, as you can see. The fifth one is Quanta Computer US, which plan these locations in Fremont, California. This is the same situation. Quanta's companies, Quanta's plants locations in California also relied on lots of Asia supply chains. As you can see, Taiwan, Thailand, and China, Shanghai, Shenzhen, and the other country, for example, like Vietnam. And this is after reciprocal tariffs in red. We can see that Quanta's plants locations in California, they still rely on the Taiwan's motherboards and also Shenzhen's cool module and so on, especially for the PCB related products. They still very relied on the Chinese manufacturing plants. Okay, this is the MyTech Information Systems Cooperation. This plant is location in California. As you can see that before the reciprocal tariffs, the MyTech California plants, they are also rely on the lot of components from Taiwan and also from China. This is the after reciprocal tariff. We will also show you in the red text. As you can see that the situation is not changed very large. They are also relying on their affiliated companies location in Taiwan and China. So the third part is that the conclusion that I will show you that some comparison perspective about what is the key components of server still relying on the Asia supply chain after the reciprocal tariffs. This slide is show that the IC component. This slide is show that the IC component of AI servers, as you can see in this table, that not only NVIDIA but also AMD, there's AI-related GPU is still relied on the TSMC's foundry plans. But in our view, that even though that Biden administration has pushed TSMC to build the advanced foundry plants location in Arizona, there still be a little bit late that the advanced packaging plants, which will be start to manufacturing not early than 2027. So as you can see that there will be a dilemma for Taiwan. For example, like even though TSMC's advanced foundry plants in Arizona, they have manufacturing, for example, like NVIDIA GPUs IC. They still need to export this IC to Taiwan because that in not early than 2027, you can see that the advanced package plants the major car parts of advanced packaging plants is still location in Taiwan. So this GPU must to export to Taiwan to make advanced packaging and then export to the United States. So in the Trump administration's view, this will also create the trade surplus to Taiwan, and which means that they will create the trading deficit to the USA. So in our view, not early than 2027, this trade surplus from Taiwan will not be declining because that there is still a lot of demand for the AI server related GPU. And also, despite high tariff rates, many components, even for example, like the GB200s, they still relied on the China's supply chains. As you can see that we have observed that, for example, like a Foxconn's plants locations in Tianjin, they still export lots of components, for example, like the blanket and other mechanical parts to the Ingress Systems USA plants. And also, we have also observed that lots of PCB manufacturing plants location in China. They have also export lots of server-related PCB and also PCB assembly-related products to not only Foxconn but also Quanta and also Wistron to manufacturing layers to manufacturing and assembling their servers in the USA. So in the futures, even though there will be a lot of EMS plants in the USA, they will still rely on the Asia supply chains components in the short term. The same situation is also occurs in the Foxconn's the other two companies. As you can see, these two companies, for example, like the Foxconn manufacturing company location in Shenzhen and also in Nanning, and also the location in the Tianjin that we have mentioned before. That these three companies, after Trump administration has inaugurations, and also announced, for example, like the Section 232 tariffs on steel and aluminum in February 2025. As you can see, there is a still booming for the server rack and chassis to export to US Foxconn's US companies. As you can see, they are booming from the March to May 2025. This is before and after the Section 232 tariffs on steel and aluminum, and also the reciprocal tariffs. And we also observe that the same situations in Vietnam. As you can see that this is the Wistron company's location, manufacturing plant's location in Vietnam, which is locations in Hannan province. As you can see that after Trump administration has announced that reciprocal tariffs, the export rate, the export amount from Vietnam to the USA also has booming since May 2025. We also observe the same situations in the Quanta's plant's location in Tennessee. As you can see that before Trump administration has announced, and there is still a rumor before the tariff announced, the Quanta's company's locations in USA, they have imported lots of server mechanical components from China and from Vietnam, and also lots of PCB assembly related products from Thailand and even though China. So this is our conclusion that made in USA server EMS plants, they were still very relied on the Asia supply chains. For example, Taiwan and Vietnam and even though China. But this will be a dilemma for these EMS companies, because that as they build out their American manufacturing bases, they will more relied on their affiliate companies location in Asia and also their suppliers location in Asia to export more related components to the USA. So the tariff surplus for the Asia's countries will never decline in the short terms, even though they will boom in their trading surplus, because that there is a lot of manufacturing needing in the EMS plants locations in United States, so they will import more components from Asia's suppliers.